You pay your taxes, you get up every day, you go to work, you do your 9 to 5, you come home, you cook dinner, you do whatever it is you do. You barely have enough time for yourself. You barely have enough time for the wife, the kids, the husband, whatever you have, your girlfriend, and you're exhausted by the end of the week. And some of you might wonder, why am I doing this? I'm working my tail off. I'm sacrificing my life for just a little bit of money, and then I have to pay all this money back to rent, to electric, to utilities, to gas, to groceries, to your vices, whatever it is. And then you're broke, and you're depressed, and you're questioning your value, and you're like, why am I on this earth? Well, truthfully, you're not in your purpose. You're not supposed to be working those 9 to 5s. That's not why we're here, guys. Look around you. Who the fuck made us? Who the fuck brought us here? Certainly, we weren't just poof, here we are. There's over thousands and thousands of species of grass, and bugs and insects, and birds and animals, and fish and fowl, and bacteria and viruses, and they're all over the planet. And you're like, well, that's good and all, but why am I here? Well, why are they here? You have to answer the question to everything. It's all part of the grand scheme of things. And there's no book in the world that teaches you, well, this is why you're here. People dive into religion and they're like, okay, the Bible tells me this, or the Quran tells me this, or spiritualism teaches me this. Everyone, most everyone, is trying to find the answers to life. They're trying to figure out, why am I here? What is my purpose? I'm not just here to work a 9 to 5 and wake up and work and pay all these taxes, and then if I don't, they take it all away from me. That's not fair. The system is rigged, guys. You go to school, they teach you things that keep you in the cycle. They don't teach you how to do anything other than to serve them. You have to understand that. I want you to break that cycle, and you're probably wondering, well, how do I do that? You're simply just going to have to trust the universe. You're going to have to ask for those answers. I would give you those answers, but every time I give somebody an answer, it makes them weak. All my answers came to me because I had to fight. I had to fight so hard to get here today, and I may not look like it. I don't seek revenge on the people who put me under the bus. I don't seek revenge for the people who crucified me on the cross. I just don't. And you're probably wondering, well, why? You should be filled with rage. I used to be. I used to want to hurt all of those people. But then I realized it takes more effort to be angry, to be vengeful, than it does to just laugh, to love, to live, to enjoy life. Look around you, the birds, the bees, the trees, the ocean. Do you not realize that we're poisoning ourselves? We're pumping pollutants into the air. We're filling our oceans with garbage. And I'm saying this ever so calmly, but you have to understand that you guys are poisoning yourselves. And then some Christians and other people believe, well, I'll just pray to God and He'll fix it. Or God's going to come back in the rapture and He's going to save us all. I just want you to understand, if God allowed His own Son to die on the cross and He wouldn't save Him from that, His own Son, then why would He save you from your demise, from your death, from your consequences of your behaviors, from your choices? Humanity, you have to understand that you did this to yourself. This is a game of chess. Life is a blessing. It is a beautiful thing. And some of you have been severely abused to the point to where you do not believe in that. You do not believe in love and light. You do not believe in second chances. If you look at me, you will understand that I went through hell and high water. I was severely abused my entire life. And I should be angry. I should be messed up, but I'm not, because I refuse to surrender to the evil that the world has brought upon me. I want you guys to take responsibility for your own actions and stop putting your responsibility on a being, on God, on someone else. Loving yourself begins by responsibility and self-reliance. If we go back in time, you will see that we were in sync with everything. That's why they hide history. That's why they bury it. That's why they cover it. It's all part of the plan, man. As long as you are a casualty, they're winning. As long as you're willing to play their game, they're gonna win. I want you to detach. This really is the Matrix, and you might think I'm crazy, but that's okay, because one day you'll wake up and you'll see that I was right. I'm no prophet. I don't see things in the future. I just know that history repeats itself, and if humanity does not break the cycle of chaos, you will fall short. You will. So, it would be in your best interest to start calculating and mathematically examining your life and looking at everything that you've been doing over your lifetime and what has it contributed to the upbringing of humanity. How have you been to your kids? I see most parents, they talk to their kids like they're just nothing. They don't love them. They don't talk to them in a loving way. They talk down to them in a condescending way. They're very mean and selfish. A lot of parents are just on their phone all day, scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is you do. And I'm not saying that all of you are this way. The majority of the people that I've observed are very mean. They're detached. They're full of themselves. And it's caused a lot of problems. It's always been among us, whatever it is that haunts us. But I want you to understand that you can change that. You have the power to change that at any time. You don't have to continue suffering. You don't have to continue to live the way you've been living. Because if you don't, they're going to wipe us out. They're taking notes on everyone and everything on this planet. Why do you think? Why do you think there's all kinds of seed banks hidden all over the planet? Think about it.